这样就可以啦。Okay. Hi everybody. So today, Lenny is sick, so I'm gonna give you this lesson. Okay, let's start. So this unit is about science and technology, the characters that we often use in science and technology. Okay, let's start. The first one is 试. So this one, 试 means try, test, examination. So in science and technology, the test examination is very, very important, right? The entire methodology about science is hypothesis and test it out, verify it, and then to make sure that what we understand is true. So this is 试. And the character, if you look at it, you see that the left side is 言. Okay, so this is 言 is originally is look like this. Okay, the current form is a simplified form, and so originally you can see that there's a square in there that's representing the mouth. Okay, so the left side is depicting a person is talking. Okay, so anytime you see this left part, which means this character about something, talking, saying, language around those areas. Okay. Okay, and let's go back. Next one. 管. 管 is tube, pipe, duct. Also, it's a wind instrument. In Chinese, all the wind instruments we call it 管, like 管乐器, 管弦乐. That means string and a string, a music piece that is done with string and brass instrument, and we call it 管弦乐. And this is also mean administer, control, like 管理, 管理, that's manage. In this is a very, very simple, means baby, simply means baby. And if you look at this character, the original form, you can see that this is a lady, right? A woman, and a woman, like holding something. So this is originally depicting a woman holding a baby. And then later to specifically refer to the baby. Child, son, boy. Mainly is son, okay? 克 means be competent, able to subdue, restrain, overcome. Also is a measuring unit called 克. That means this is a gram. That's the measuring unit. 一克is a very tiny amount, right? So like overcome, for example, 克服困难, overcome difficulty. 然后攻克这个难关，应该是 that means you subdue, you overcome that it's a very difficult challenge. 龙 means something that's pop up, something like it's grow, something like a bump up, that kind of thing. Okay, something a place that kind of rises up from rest of the place were relatively flat. Okay, that kind of thing is called a 龙. So this is talk about a grand, high, but then also being prosperous, and so this is to extend the meaning, right? To mean something abstract, like your business is going higher and higher and growing. We call it 生意兴隆. 夷 means lose, omit, or leave out, abandoned, and also means hand down, leave something behind someone's death, and in science, specifically the 遗传. 遗传 means passed down generation by generation, so which means genetic, right? 传 传 means transfer, deliver, like 传播 就是 you spread the news. Like 传播 传道 for example 传道 传道 means you spread gospel. Okay, 传递 like 传递一封信 that means deliver a letter. Okay, and 传票 that's sermon. Okay, 传 传 is the another pronunciation of the same character, which means something different. 传 means biography, a novel or story written in historical style, like a 儒林外传. 这个 last unit we talk about a Chinese novel, right? In Chinese history, that's a very famous. It's a classic novel called the 儒林外传. And commentary on classics, write biography, so 传记 传记 so that kind of thing. 传记 means a person's biography. 小传外传 this means that how serious is about this biography about that person, right? 自传 means autobiography. Okay, so let's go back to the sentence. The sentence says 试管婴儿克隆遗传. So this type of 试管 试管 put together. 试 is testing, right? 管 is tube. So 试管 放在一起 okay put together it means the testing tube in the lab 婴儿put together 婴儿 specifically means baby so 试管婴儿 means test tube baby so this is referred to the baby that is born not from natural contraception, but rather through the human intervened process, in a tube. What is this called? I can't remember the words. There's specific words for that. Anyway, 克隆遗传克隆 means clone. Basically, it's the sound translation of the English words clone. To clone a baby, right? Clone an animal, which really basically means you're taking a cell of an animal, and then you duplicate, you clone it, and then grow into an animal. Okay, not through the natural way of contracepting and then grow in the womb and make a baby. So this is to talk about that process. 遗传 means means generically passed down features of a life form. 啊？没搞好？什么没搞好？没有声音对吧？
No, I forgot to make it public. Oh God.
然后呢？
It should be now.
现在可以了。
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Okay, 那他们刚才就听不到是吧？
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry that we forgot to make it public, so you guys couldn't hear probably. Okay. We're now at the unit 9, and we're gonna start from the character 系. Okay, this one 系. Xi means little, small, fine, slender, meticulous, delicate, exquisite, tiny, trivial, that kind of thing. So anything that is small, insignificant, significant, you would call it a xi. So basically, this word itself is talk about like it's very, very tiny. Okay. So if you look at the character, so this is depicting a baby's head and the very fine hair on the baby's head. So it's use that kind of picture to refer to something that is very small, fine, and delicate. 胞 is cell. Okay, 细胞 means cell. Okay, can at birth, and also refer to related to the bloodline, like a 胞弟 胞弟 同胞 for example, we also often refer to people in Taiwan as 台湾同胞 为什么叫同胞呢? It's because we are coming from the same ancestry, from the same bloodline. and also 双胞胎, right? 双胞胎 means twin, twin. So born together, right? From the same womb. So this is the 胞. If you look at these words, it should be very easy to remember because the left side is the 月. Anytime you see a 月 in a character, that means it's something related to the body parts. Okay, something to do with meat, with body parts. And the right side is 包. 包 means a bag. Okay, a bag. Well, which body part likes a bag? Well, that's uterus. Okay, that's the uterus. And so this is talk about anything it's a life form that looks like a bag. So if you look at the 细胞, the cell, right? The cell itself looks like a bag, like a tiny little bag, right? Okay, so Su means fast, quick, and also means invite. This is invite is not very often used anymore, but it's in some idioms, some 成语 idioms that is very used very often, like 不速之客. 不速之客 means a guest that is coming but not invited. Okay, it's called 不速之客. That 速 is not speed or fast. That 速 means invite. 冷 means cold, cool. Strange. It's like you treat someone not warmly, rather coldly. Like it's you don't care about them, right? Indifference, that kind of thing. Tuo means peel off, separate oneself from, escape from. It's basically you get something off something. Okay, that's called a tuo. Yeah? For example, you take off clothing, called a 脱衣服. 脱衣服. Oxygen. So this word should be also very easy to remember. The top part is 气, refer to gas, any kind of a gas. Which is representing the sound. Okay. 和 is a pit of a flute. So like a atomic bomb, and we call it a 核弹. 核弹. Core, kernel, it's also use a verb as check, 核对, verify, that kind of meaning. So this is 核. So because it originally referred to the pit of fruit, so it's coming from a tree, and so that's why the left side has the character part. And the right side is representing the sound. Okay, it's representing the sound. It's a 和. Hu that's another pronunciation. Now this pronunciation is only in it's a dialect. In some dialect they call it hu. That means the pit of fruit, core or kernel. Hu, like 桃核 of the peach. Suan is vinegar or sour, tart, gastric acid. Anything that's related to sour or acid, or anything like resembling vinegar kind of thing. Suan. So if you look at the words, the left part is the left part. This part is it's a vessel that usually to store wines, liquor or wine. That's the left side. And the vinegar is you ferment further, right? If you had when you're fermenting, you get wine, and then if you keep fermenting, then it turns into vinegar. And so that's where that's has a container for wine. Okay, and the right part is representing the sound. Okay, the sound. Okay, 细胞. So this is talk about the scientific process. They freeze the cell really fast, okay, and to preserve it. And 脱氧核酸 it's talk about the DNA. Okay, 脱氧核酸 is the DNA. It's literally DNA. How to say in Chinese? 脱氧核酸. It's talk about this the gene matter in a chemical form. Okay, in a chemical form, what it is. So this is 脱氧核酸. 脉冲数码脉 is artery or vein. Okay, artery or vein. 血脉 like 动脉静脉 动脉 is artery, 静脉 is vein. So pause is the 脉动 就是 your vein or your artery, the artery goes up, with the beat of your heart, right? So this is called a 脉. Pause. And it also means underground water. Also anything that looks like a string of flowing thing is called a 脉. Even like huge things like mountain ranges, right? If you look at the very high altitude, you will see this is land mass that's it's bumps up, but it's kind of flowing on a vast land. We also call it 山脉 because flows like water. It's like a vein. Okay. That's 脉. This one has another pronunciation. More. Okay, more is affectionate gaze or actions without words. Okay, so this is talk about you are moving, right? You're moved, but you're without sound. You're not having noticeable action, but you feel it inside. But inside, you are very affectionate, and your heart, your emotions are moved. So you talk about that kind of state. So a very common 这个成语 okay phrase is 温情脉脉含情脉脉 it means that you have a very affectionate emotion inside, and you look at the person with much love and affection, but without acting out. Okay. 冲 is surge up or shoot up, and use water to wash out something. Okay. And also refer to you use hot water, like boiling water, to make out of some kind of drink, like 冲一杯茶. Okay, so use boiling water to pour into the tea, right? Tea cup with tea leaves in it. We call it 冲一杯茶. And also means like rings or wash out, like 冲干净冲一下冲干净. That means rings or wash out. It also means like assault or rush out, charge. Like in military, called 冲锋. That's you charge, right? You charge at the animal, you assault the animal. Enemy. Okay, the 冲. It also has another pronunciation called 冲. 冲. 冲 means that, first of all, it means something that is very energetic, full of vigor and drive. Okay. 冲劲，这人冲劲很大. We refer to the person who is very energetic and very ambitious, very action-oriented person. We call it 冲. 冲，这人. It's also referred to the person with a temperament that it acts and speaks very directly without regarding to people's feelings. And we call the person like very 冲, very 冲. It's also referred to something smell. Something smell is very strong, pungent, and irritating to the nose. Okay, and also referred to as like facing to or towards to. 我就是冲着你来的 that's I'm exactly meant to confront you. That's what it means. 我就冲着你来的. 数 it's a number, okay, figure, a number. 数 then also means destiny or fate. 结束 like 在这里结束 结束 that means that the fate, okay, a person's fate or event, the fate of event. Okay. Like 气数已尽 right, 气数已尽 that 这个成语that 这里也是 means destiny or fate. Also of common is like you refer to a few, several, like 数人, that means a few people. Okay, the second pronunciation is 数. 数 means count. That's the verb form. Okay, count, enumerate. Okay, that means 数. 你数一数数一数有多少钱 you count, right? Count. 数一数二 that means number one or number two. Okay. 马 Ma means this is it's a symbol. That symbol representing the number. Okay, it's called ma. It's not the number itself, but it refers to the symbol that representing the number itself. Okay. For example, like the digits, right? The digits that we use to representing a number, we call it in Chinese we call it ma. And then because of that, and we also use as a counting unit for measuring. For example, we specifically use this to refer to the English measurements of yard. Okay, and then so nowadays in the high-tech industry, the software industry, right? These people day in and day out writing code. Okay, code. It's a symbol, symbol representing algorithms, right? 算法. And we call those people as 马工 or 码农. Okay, 马工码农. Just referring to these workers, like these workers or peasants, maybe, okay, that work with symbols. Okay. 几 is several, some, a few, how many, what, 几. That's basically in English words like several, a few. Now in English, that based on the thing is countable or not countable, you have different forms. But in Chinese, they don't distinguish that. They just use the same character, 几. The second pronunciation is 鸡. 鸡 means a very long, narrow table, called a 鸡, or bench, called a 鸡, a small table. So if you use it to serve tea, and we call it 茶几, 茶几. And then there's a 成语 called 窗明几净. 窗明几净. 窗明几净, that means the window is clear and tables are clean. 这个几 refer to table, 窗明几净. It also means almost, 几乎, 几乎几在这里就是表示这个 almost, nearly. Okay. 和 is what, where, who, which. Okay. So this is a character that you use to phrase a question. So in English, you have many W words, right? Like what, why, where, how, who, and all those. But in Chinese, again, they use one single character to for that purpose, to construct a question. Okay. How do you distinguish like what you refer to as a thing or a person? That's very simple, and you just put words next to it, like 何人, right? 何人就是 you refer to, you ask a question about a person. 何事, 何物, you just say, so you ask about a thing or ask about a manner. Gui is compass. The original meaning is compass. It's a tool to draw a circle. That's what it is. Okay. So the original character looks like a person kneeling down facing another person. So this is probably depicting a social order, I guess, social order, and then refers to law, to rules, things like that. So this is a 规 范 范 means model, rule, pattern. Model, rule, pattern. Like a 范本 范文 that means an example book. Okay, an example book, or simply an example. 风范 like a 风范 means that a style or pattern that is well known or well recognized. Okay. 模范 模范 that means role model. Okay, role model called 模范. Okay, so this sentence 脉冲数码几何模范 脉冲 means that's something that is move like a pause. Okay, so in science and technology field, there are many things that moves like our pause. Okay, it's a periodical dive and rise. So that's called a 脉冲. Like a radio waves like that, sound waves like that, move like that. It's really because in the universe, many things actually goes around in circles. Like the big things, like the Earth surrounding the sun move around, right? And then moon surrounding the Earth move around. And in smaller things, and we know that in a nuclear level, that you have electrons move around the center, right? And all these things, because they move around in circles, and the one expression outwards is waves. Okay, well, waves going out, and these waves we call it 脉冲. 脉冲. 数码 means digital. Okay, means digital or digitized thing. And of course, 脉冲跟数码 is closely related, right? And how we use machine to represent the digits, and we literally use the physics phenomenon of pause to control that and to use it to representing the digits. 几何规范 几何 is geometry. 几何 means geometry. 规范 规范 means rules, patterns, called it systemized laws, scientific laws, or in the industry that means some kind of rule, or some kind of some form of pattern, or what is the words that the entire industry gonna follow, right? This is called a 规范. Yeah. Okay. So it's 5:40. I guess we're gonna stop over here today. Okay. And happy weekend. So tomorrow we're gonna continue. Thank you. 心仪啊。